When life feels like too much and you're not sure where to run, refuge matters. Welcome to HisTime365. Today is day 191, and we're reading Psalms 142 through 144. In these Psalms, we hear desperate cries for help, renewed trust in God's strength, and the steady hope that He is still our defender. Finding refuge and strength in the Psalms. Have you ever felt completely overwhelmed, like the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest? If so, you're not alone. In Psalms 142 through 144, we find raw expressions of struggle, heartfelt pleas for help, and ultimately a triumphant reminder of God's unwavering support. In Psalm 142, we step into the shoes of David, who was hiding in a cave, feeling utterly trapped. He cries out to God, pouring out his anguish and despair. David states, "I cried unto the Lord with my voice," Psalms 142 verse 1, revealing how he seeks refuge and comfort in his darkest moments. This psalm is a powerful reminder that it's okay to express our struggles openly. Whether we're facing personal challenges or external pressures, we can turn to God, who hears our cries. Moving to Psalm 143, we see David continuing his plea for help. He acknowledges his own frailty, saying, "For the enemy hath persecuted my soul," Psalms 143 verse 3. Here, David wrestles with feelings of guilt and despair, asking God to teach him and guide him. This resonates so deeply with our own lives. When we feel lost or uncertain, we can seek God's wisdom and direction. Next, we arrive at Psalm 144, which begins with a declaration of praise. David acknowledges God as his rock and fortress, stating, "Blessed be the Lord my strength," Psalms 144 verse 1. This is a shift from despair to hope. David reflects on the strength God provides, reminding us that even in our weakest moments, we can find power in our faith. He goes on to describe the blessings of family and community, recognizing that God not only strengthens us, but also blesses us with relationships that help lift us up. To connect these ancient words to our modern lives, let's think about practical examples. In our work environments, we often face stress and challenges that can feel like we're trapped in a cave. Just as David cried out, we can remember to bring our troubles to God, seeking His guidance in tough situations. In family life, there are days when it feels like conflict is relentless, and we might feel like we're being misunderstood or facing disagreements. Psalm 143 encourages us to seek peace and wisdom from God, allowing Him to guide our conversations and relationships. When it comes to our finances and the pressures that come with them, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, much like David did. We might find ourselves worrying about bills or unexpected expenses. However, Psalm 144 reminds us to trust in God's provision and grace, understanding that He equips us with the strength to face our financial struggles. Mental health is another area where we can draw parallels. Many people experience feelings of isolation and despair, and it can feel daunting to reach out for help. David's vulnerability in these Psalms is an encouragement to us. It's okay to acknowledge our pain and ask for support, whether that's through prayer, counseling, or simply talking with someone who cares for us. In our digital lives, we often present a curated version of ourselves, but behind the screens, many struggle with loneliness and anxiety. Just as David turned to God in his cave, we too can seek refuge in prayer and Scripture, finding solace away from the noise of the world. Ultimately, the takeaway from these Psalms is profound yet simple. God is our refuge and strength, always ready to lend an ear to our cries. In moments of distress, we can trust that He will guide us, uplift us, and strengthen us through all our trials. How can we encourage one another to openly share our struggles in our daily lives? In what ways do you find strength in your faith during challenging times? Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is Psalms 142 through 144, so be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Psalms 145 through 147, so feel free to read ahead if you'd like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 192. Until then, stay encouraged, and thank you for giving God His time today.